are set on YouTube. We are not set on Zoom yet, but let me get this going real quick. Learning room, don't care. Martar.
If money is evil, then that building is hell. This is the most obnoxious group of money-hungry, low IQ, high-energy, jackrabbit, fucking wannabe, big-time, small-time, shit-talking, bothersome, irritating bunch of motherfuckers I have ever had to endure for more than 5 minutes.
Does Robert Downey Jr. sound like me? How do we get this to play over and over again? Oh, this is going to piss off a lot of folks, but I don't give two.
If money is evil, then that building is hell. This is the most obnoxious group of money-hungry, low IQ, high-energy, jackrabbit, fucking wannabe, big-time, small-time, shit-talking, bothersome, irritating bunch of motherfuckers I have ever had to endure for more than 5 minutes. This work. If money is evil, then that building is hell. This is the most obnoxious group of money-hungry, low IQ, high-energy, jackrabbit, fucking wannabe, big-time, small-time, shit-talking...
Why is YouTube Studios not able to save my video? What's up, peeps? Let's see if this is our 2:30 meeting.
If money is evil, then that building is hell. This is the most obnoxious group of money-hungry, low IQ, high-energy, jackrabbit, fucking wannabe, big-time, small-time...
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Bothersome, irritating bunch of motherfuckers I have ever had to endure for more than 5 minutes.
Oh, it's the truth, and I love the way he's talking. Okay, we're not going live until 2:30. I understand that. A lot of people are not going to be joining us until then. What's up, Stephanie Barry? Can you hear me okay, dear? All right. I think we have... What's up, Mike Jones? What's up, buddy? What is up, Marky Mark? Good afternoon, George. What's up, everybody on TikTok and YouTube? For all of those who don't remember what it used to be like, hey, what's going on? This is a older video of Robert Downey Jr. visiting the floor of Wall Street. And back then, and some of you don't know, or maybe do know, I don't know, but Wall Street had runners, and people would actually literally run and do the orders. It's not electronic like it is now. Back then, you'd be on the floor, and he's in there watching all these people scream. And his reaction to this is so funny. Oh my gosh. I'll play it again later. I guess I'm probably blowing up my computer now, but it is so freaking... Matter of factly, we need that video. Hold on. Maybe I can grab it over here. Did I get it yet? Hold on. Nope, that's Tyga. Let me see if I can grab it. What's up, peeps? We have two... I just love that one. Yeah, I don't care about that one, though. Here's another one that's a fan favorite of mine that everyone hates.
If you day trade for 36 months continuous, 96
97% of you.
It's too low. It's 99%.
97% of the time you walk across the street, you get hit by a car. You would not walk across that street under any circumstances. You wouldn't be the one guy that says, Frogger, I got this. You'd be going, no, those are not odds I want to play. Because some of you get a little fishing story where you hit a lick and you go, oh, I made some money.
Martar, did you miss the Robert Downey Jr. one?
Back to the table, and the only part I'm going to remember is the time I won. I'm going to forget about the 16 times I lost.
Did you hear the Robert Downey Jr. one or no?
Multiple times, sir.
Oh, okay. Doesn't he cuss just like me? I swear to God. I was like, there's my soul brother right there. Oh my God. He is too funny.
TikTok as well.
Yeah.
If money is evil, then that building is hell. This is the most obnoxious, hungry, low IQ, high energy.
He's no lies detected.
Want to be big time, small time, shit talking.
Oh my God. He was literally horrified, and rightfully so. I mean, if you guys, what I used to live for 2 years in 101 Murray Street, downtown Manhattan, before they blew up the Twin Towers, and it's right next to Wall Street. And yeah, if you talk to those people back then, probably most of you wouldn't be trading. What's that, Martar?
Yesterday, me and my wife, we are watching one of the older, like not that old, but from the 2008 and 7, one of the shows, I think. And it was actually about the broker from the Wall Street.
Yeah.
And they were showing how they manipulate the trading, shorting against certain companies and using the inside information.
Yep.
And I record this on the phrase because they were saying, and I thought of you right away, catching a falling knife phrase.
Oh, they said that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like catching because they find out that they shorting, so they went first to buy the stock to cover the shorts. So they refer for that as a catching the falling knife and still making $1 million, multi-million
Yeah.
dollars trip.
That sounds about right.
I have it on the phone. I will share one day. I have
Cool.
to send it to my-
Please do. Thank you. Thank you, Martar. What's up, Mike Jones, Marky Mark, George, Grant, Stacy Ocho, and the Twin Towers. A little story on the Twin Towers is I was on my one good friend, New York City retired cop, used to be a CFO of one of the main schools in New York City, and he was in the private sector at the time, and he hated it. But long story short on that one is he was on the phone with me when the Twin Towers were hit with the first plane, and we stayed on the phone till he hit the second plane. And then he saw that from where he was positioned at. He wasn't in the Twin Towers, obviously, but one of his buildings was looking at it. And he said, well, maybe I should get going. Got to, make sure my wife, and of all the things we did, I actually hung up the phone with him. And we didn't hear from him till I think the next day. He couldn't cross the bridge, and his wife is panicking and stuff, Donna. Anywho, but it ended up all good for him. But yeah, we should have stayed on the phone at the time, because then all your cell service was useless. They couldn't get any connections through, and he was MIA for a little bit. But we didn't know how severe it was when they were hitting. We had an idea of it. Another interesting true story on that one was the months to the date before that. I was at the Twin Towers visiting him with his family and my family, and me and his wife stayed down below because A, I'm scared of heights, and B, she was breastfeeding and she had her young daughter at the time. And at that time, my wife and him, John, and his son, and my oldest daughter and youngest daughter all went up to the Twin Tower top. They have an observational deck there. They did. I think it was floor 107 or something. I don't remember the exact floor number. And but a month to the day, and I told Donna and John, I said, well, what if something happens? What if a plane hits this thing? And a month to the day later, a plane hit the thing and brought it down. It's crazy. So I don't know if I just had the feeling or whatever, but I was like, nah, I ain't going up. I'm good. Now, I would have had to gone up 100 flights of stairs to rescue my family, but thank God it didn't occur. So 2 stories there. 911.
Are we public or just private?
No, we're public We're on everything. Yeah, we're on everything. Making sure we're on
So I'm
TikTok.
not gonna ask you about the $2.
Probably not. Yeah, let's just keep all that to
Okay.
all our little conspiracy talk that we go into, which isn't usually conspiracies. They all come true. It's a miracle. What's up, Stephanie Barry? What's up, Kev Norris? How y'all doing? Yeah, I know we're not supposed to be live. Oh, till 2:30. Here it is, 2:30. Yeah, there we go. I got on a little early. Oh, trying to look. Nope, we're on TikTok. Yeah, we're good. We're golden. I'll play these videos a little later, but I just think they're so funny. I'm going to be playing this all the time. I just think this one makes me laugh, and I think the this one right here is just go argue with him. Go call into his fucking show
And when you
and
add it
argue
all
with him.
up, you lost. That's how they build those nice hotels in Vegas. And the same thing is true.
And I wonder if all the nice hotels in Vegas are because, what happens and you lose trading, right? Well, what happens with why are the insurance buildings in every city so big? I wonder why your banks are all so big. In every major city in America, the biggest buildings are insurance companies and banks. But he's telling me that look, listen, this is why there's such big buildings
If you
in
day
Vegas.
trade for 36 months continuous, 97% of you lose money.
Okay, I'm telling you that's not enough. It's 99.99999% of you lose money.
I mean, if you said 97% of the time you walk across the
This is a
street
good point.
and get hit by a car, you would not walk across that street. Under any circumstances, you wouldn't be the one guy that says, Frogger, I got this. You'd be going, no, those are not odds I want to play. Because some of you get a little fishing story where you hit a lick and you go, oh, I made some money. And it's just like gambling in Vegas. Now I'm going to go back to the table, and the only part I'm going to remember is the time I won. I'm going to forget about the 16 times I lost. And when you add it all up, you lost. That's how they build those nice hotels in Vegas.
And that's how they build all the nice insurance company buildings and all your nice banks. Something is happening that maybe isn't a fair, square deal. Just like what they're doing with our trading. Why would 99.999% of us lose and quit in 3 years, or statistically factual 97% of us lose and quit in 3 years, if we were taught the right way to trade? Something tells me over the years we were not taught the right way to trade. Martar, have you learned how to trade besides my system? Yes or no?
No, but I didn't trade for a long time before finding it. Well, before your system was given to me as a gift.
Oh, okay. Wow. Who gave you that as a gift? You owe him about 10% of your
My
earnings.
brother-in-law.
You need to give him some money. No, I'm teasing. So you never had trading experience prior to, so you don't know what
I
Fibonacci.
had, like, let's say maybe 6 months, 12 months, something like that. But I didn't consider this as a full time. I liked it. I saw the potential, and yeah, I was in a process of figuring out the way how to taking advantage of it. And there was you.
Okay. So do you realize the headaches you avoided by learning the system first?
Well, you know me. Of course, I'm very stubborn. I always like to be right, and like I said many times before, I probably make every possible mistake using your system, trying to be smarter than your system.
Everybody
But
does that. I get it.
of course, it's once you get it, you get it. Once you know how to use it, once you're not too greedy, once you follow the rules, it takes you somewhere where you wanna be in trading.
Cool. I'm just very grateful you stuck with it and got through all your learning curve.
I'm not the quitter. Never was, never will be. And this is what I keep telling my kids: like, you don't quit. You find
Amen.
another way.
Amen.
Same way. I'm the same way. I just like I would never quit with the option. I will stay with this until I get probably about 85.
Yeah, especially that you have another people being successful. So what do we do differently that we are not successful and other are using the exactly same instruments?
Yeah. Kev Norris. Listen to his answer, Martar. Kev Norris. Oh, you got your little mason jar. You go. They make glass straws in case you want them, by the way. Kev Norris, did you learn any way of trading? Listen to this answer. Before my system,
I've learned ways of trading with options, but not, it never had.
so did you learn the Fibonacci retracement?
No, I never used them. I
Interesting.
just used probabilities with options, but we never had direction. What direction is it going to go? Yours is spot on. Where it's going to go.
Yay. Okay, it's interesting. I thought that would be a totally different answer. I like that answer. It's very good.
You know, I did probabilities with options, and you can roll positions, you can do all kinds. It gives you a little bit of edge, but with your system, it's a home run. I mean, no question.
Grand slam, but yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
What's up, Chico? Good afternoon. El Flaco. What's up, everybody on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook Live? I don't know. Can Stephanie, Miss Barry, can you speak through your microphone or no? I don't know if she has that. I think at one time she did, but I don't remember.
Yes, she did a couple of times.
Mm-hmm. But might be busy, might be at work. Who knows? People, so many people watch at work. It's crack. It makes me laugh.
Will be running as well. I have a couple of the appointments, so I will be listening on the phone a while.
Nice.
Probably as well.
Sounds good. Because I'll be, as long as there's people on this live and they have questions for me, we'll be staying on. So I have hours to stay here. Good and bad. Could be boring. Could be good. I don't know. Let's see. What was everything this morning when we were looking at this? Because I can't remember. Was it all red and then I said it was going to turn green? I kind of thought.
think it was all green and it's gonna turn red.
Oh, okay. Well, let's take a look there. Oh, looks like something's flipping over as we speak. What would I look at if this is one big rifle? Am I going to look at the 10-second SPX ES1 or am I going to look at the 6-minute NQ? Which one do you think we should look at first?
We can look first 10 seconds.
Okay, let's see if we see SPX doing anything. 10 seconds. And let's see if SPY is lagging. Oh, we are, yep. Well, it's a sell to it. It already hit it. It's kind of a robbery. It's cheap, but it is what it is. SPX and NAS 10-second hit the blue line. That is the call. And of course, SPY is not lagging. It's right there with it, actually. Yep. You'll see, well, we'll have to wait a few. I don't have my timer on here. Yeah, 6 seconds. If we can get that to pull down, I'll pull back over. Touchdown for, well, any rate. So when you read this right here, it was telling us to do the sell towards this SPX ES1. Again, we don't do sells. I only do buys, but you can do this if you'd like. And this is what that's doing. And that is to the 10-second blue line. And you'll see that turn to red. Maybe we're in zero rush. Oh, there we go. 10 seconds turn red. Now, do we think we should look at NAS NQ SPX 15? Oh, I already did it. Jesus. Should we look at SPX ES1 15 seconds? Or should we go over here to the daily and look? I'm going to go ahead and tell you.
In order, right?
Yes, in order. I was talking to one of our members today that's helping us with the stuff that we'll be doing. And he didn't remember or didn't realize that at one time I had figured out, and this is what's so funny to me, I had figured out everything by hand. So when we find the fill in the gap trades, I didn't know it was going to do that. I knew that there was a logo trade. I knew that they formed an order. So when I wrote out the rules, and this is years ago, this is before any solid code that we had done to show such, I said, no, this is going to form an order, 1 second, 5 seconds, 10, 15 seconds, and so on. Well, actually, it was 1 minute, 3 minutes, and so on. Anyway, so I said that, it was an order, and I figured it out by hand, like printing out papers, recording things, and that's how I saw what it was going to do, was by hand. So this wasn't like, oh, And Keith is the greatest coder in the history of the world. It wasn't Keith coding. We're definitely in that 15-second, by the way. You just saw the dip. Look, 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 look. There it is. Now we're 15 seconds across the board. I'm sure these are all red. Yeah, there you are. Now you're all red. Now, do we think this is going to go to possibly the 3-minute red on SPX ES1? Kind of looks like that's what we're heading towards. So just imagine, you guys don't have to reinvent the wheel, and you have the appreciation that no one was teaching me how to do this system. I was teaching myself SPY, sell to the 3-minute blue line. SPX, sell to the 3-minute blue line. ES1, sell to the 3-minute blue line. I had no one to ask questions. I had no training videos. I had no rules. I was creating the rules. And just imagine little old me at 2 o'clock in the morning after I'm working a full-time job, working whatever, sleeping for maybe an hour or 2 or 3 at the most any given night, and coming home after my job, spending time with Precious, my beautiful wife, spending time with her, and then going straight in while she slept, while she's getting ready for bed, while she's showering. I was on the charts, solely and slowly creating this system without any help from any of you, without any help from Tommy, without any help from great Keith Palmer, without help from anybody. No one was in the system. No one knew what the system was. No one had any idea for the first year and a half because I kept the system to myself. So with that in mind, just appreciate how yes, I created the sniper for you guys. Yes, I made these into color-coded things for you guys. At first, they weren't colored like this. Yes, I added the orange line to it so you guys can see better. But the blue line I developed first. It was one of the first things I developed. And then the real direction bars were a little different at that time. And then this, of course, is just a simple little regular old thing, but it's used in an amazing way with the settings that it has. So when you see the bullshit detector real direction bars, your 3 lines, and let me give you a hint, that pink line, even with code, the coders have trouble getting it to work. It's the craziest thing you've ever seen. All of this was created because I was a stubborn motherfucker who just wouldn't take no for an answer. I had to do it for my beautiful wife. I had to do it for my youngest child who had epilepsy. I said, there's no way I'm going to let this pile of shit system, or, well, at the time, pile of shit, Forex, stocks, your stock market, all the different indices, gold, all your metals, all your commodities. I said, they are not going to win. There has to be a way to figure out what they're going to do before they do it. There has to be. And I just kept, I still have some of the alarms in my phone. When they go off, they literally say certain things. But the truth is, I easily see when to enter and exit every Forex trade for the most profit possible, and some other things in there. And then I have other ones in here. So every alarm, when I use them still to this day, and some of these are alarms are carried through phone after phone after phone. I don't know how, but the exact same. But the truth is, I see, and there it is. Nadex, $1,000 for the week every day. And every one of my alarms had something on there about, being successful, figuring it out, doing it. I visualized it. I did Anthony Robbins. If you don't know who that is, he's not a used car salesman. He's actually a genius, an amazing businessman. And he has a lot of teachings that are extremely good for your mental side of trading. And that's how this system came into being. And the reason I bring it up, because one of the members and I were just talking, because he's writing a textbook, working on a textbook for high schoolers for trading, and he wanted to know my story. So when I told him it, he had never heard a lot of that. So I think a lot of you know I was a self-made millionaire by 40, lost it all by 43, blah, 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 all that. But I don't know if you understood or ever heard the part about when I was developing that particular thing. So any questions over that? You're welcome, Stephanie. What's up, Ms. Taraya? What's up, El Flacco and Priscilla? I don't think Priscilla joined the VIP yet. I'm trying to figure that out. I don't think so.
Did you find it?
Uh-oh. Let's mute. Mute all. There we go. TikTokers, if you have any questions over what I'm speaking of, just ask. Oh, yeah. Hold on one second here. Let me put this over here. Okay. Oh my goodness. I have too many pictures. There it is. Pretty sure that's it. A lot of you do know and understand. I've seen this 100 times, but I still love showing it. This is a trademark for from the United States of America Patent and Trademark Office for the Safety Trade System. This is signed, sealed, and delivered. This isn't applied for. This is real. And what it's showing you is we have a Class 41 trademark coaching in the field of building generational wealth through stock trading and through Forex trading. And we have a lot of other things also that's combined on it. So if anybody's using the information from my system and or using the name of the system, we can and have and will sue you. So this isn't optional. We don't play around with the protecting of my baby. Let's go back to here. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. It's already hit all those? Well, now we're waiting for the 4-minute. All take profits have been hit from 15-second through 3-minute. 4-minute, no, be careful with that. Let me see what's going on over here. 5-minute. Let me see up here. Kevin, did you change the color of the candles on your NAS 100 3-minute all green one? It went down to the blue line. Sorry if you answered this already. Did I change my colors on the 3-minute? NAS? Did your color change your... No. No, they're still green. You can still have cells when that's like... See, this is where, the system is really, really handy to keep you guys out of these weird-ass trades. You can clearly see this is a mess right here. This is not a buy. This is a buy. This is forming a buy. Not forming a buy, not. So it's a little bit messy. And why we're calling the cells to where they went down to is because in order, it went from 15-second, 30-second, 45-second, 1-minute, 2-minute, 3-minute. You can see the buy stop forming there. And then you're going to see this right here. Buy stops on the 30-minute and 60-minute are forming. And that's what we'll go up to next. We'll go up to those 60-minuters. And we'll say, hey, hourly things, what are you doing up here? Yeah, gorgeous. Yeah, buy, stop, all of them. But it looks too thick. I think we can get a 2-hour maybe. No, we cannot. No, it's strictly a 1-hour buy. 1-hour buy stop, all indices including SPY and US 30 and YM. Yeah, it's looking gorgeous too. This is a beautiful buy. So you can either wait, you can be patient, wait for the buy, or you can do those little itty-bitty sells. See, what you see is a big movement on a 1-second, 5-second, 10-second is zero. It's inside of a candle that, yeah, it's zero movement, what you're witnessing. I know it looks big and the sky is falling, everything's coming down, it's down to 3. How can you say it's zero? Because it's not a movement. And if I went up to the 4-hour candle, I'm not even sure you can see the movement. It's probably a wick of something. Yeah. It's a zero. And if you go up even higher and higher, it doesn't... You'll see how insignificant those little tiny moves are. And when you guys are getting tapped out, you're keeping all your stop losses too close because you're not having any faith in the system. If you had faith in the system, you really can put a stop loss very far away, let the thing do its movement, and don't worry about being interrupted with it. These are your weekly buys, by the way. Weekly buys, all indices to record highs, is all of the whole world thinks the end of the world's coming. Well, if it does, you don't have to worry about what I'm calling. If it doesn't, it's going to go up to record highs. So there's that. Kev, did you change colors? Nope. What's up, Priscilla? What's up, El Flaco and Chico? What's up, everybody on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook Live? If anybody has any questions at all, I am here all afternoon to answer your questions. Unbelievable. All afternoon to answer your questions. Might have to go over there one day. I'm thinking. Oh, good. We have the Wall Street. Let me see something. I'm going to try to download this video that I just sent myself, if it will let me. Yep, there it is. Let's see if we can grab it. Is it going to do a preview? No, hold on. Let's go back into here and download that. Why is it doing this? Huh. Block Kevin Grow, that's me. Open a new link. Oh, why can't you? Whoa. Well, I'll just get it later. It's no big thing. All right. Anybody in VIP? Welcome. Everybody in the VIP this morning. We had such a nice little VIP. Oh my goodness, I couldn't believe how nice it was. It was amazing. I think we hit 30 people, if I'm not mistaken, this morning. All right. Naz. For those of you in the group, you can take any buy stop until the 3-week line finishes going down, hooks, and comes back up. This is the time to start entering. Once it drops below, definitely, that 80%, 90% for sure, you should definitely be looking for your buys, because that's what the robot does. It looks for the buys at that particular time. Write out what's coming up. I don't know. Welcome. I don't care. Show sisters. I don't care. Trademark. I did. I don't care about the rest of that. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll get to that later. Alpha state. Is it better to be in alpha state when you trade or beta? And does anybody know the difference? Does anybody? What's up, peeps? Okay, there's, let me see. I do know we have that over here. There's different states that your mind can be in. Meaning, there we go. Meaning, you can be in a state of happiness and joy, and things look a certain way to you. If you're upset, well, for instance, everybody in the VIP, if I said every one of you would get $1 million if you told me what a depressed person looked like behind the door, can you describe? Hell, everybody on TikTok and YouTube for that matter. Would you guys be able to describe what a depressed person looks like behind a closed door? For instance, would they be laughing and jumping up and down? Yes or no? Would they be having all kinds of joy and laughter and their head would be up and all? No. If they're a depressed person, would you agree that the shoulders are probably hunched over, your head's down, you're probably thinking bad thoughts? You're probably not in a very, very good state of mind at all if you're depressed. And do you think if you're depressed, you make good decisions or maybe not so good decisions? So if it matters if you're depressed or not, does it matter whether you're happy or not? I.e., if you were going to describe someone behind a locked, closed door that you couldn't see, and I said, here's $1 million, this person is extremely happy. They're thrilled out of their minds. Would you predict that person would be jumping up and down, possibly, huge smiles on their face, laughters, right? You would probably say, yeah, they're a happy person. They're thinking happy thoughts. They're looking. And if you take that ability and you understand, this is some Anthony Robbins 101, that it matters what state of mind you're in. If you're in beta brainwaves, those are bad ones, beta are bad. That's when you start doing panic trading, fear of missing out trading. That's where you just have all these negative emotions and you act wrongly. You take trades that you shouldn't. You panic trade, you revenge trade, you try to get in, you try to get out, and you're constantly doing that. And you're constantly burning through accounts. You go through your funded trader accounts. You just waste money because you're not in a good state of mind. So when you're in beta, that's bad. That's a depressed state. That's sad. That's lonely. That's anxious, excited. That's when you're in a state of mind where your brain is firing off these chemicals in there and is causing you not to make good decisions, not just in trading, but in life. So here's a good rule of thumb. If you're in a panic state or you're not fully happy or aware or anything that you're doing these decisions, you might want to take the day off of trading, or at least take a moment, jump up and down a few times, maybe start thinking of happy thoughts, maybe do an emotional flood. Any which way you can start doing these different things to help yourself get in a better, maybe do your therapies, do your red light therapies, bounce up and down on a mini tramp, do inversion therapy, do your weight training, do the red light therapy. You can do all these things, and all of a sudden you transfer from a tired state to a more alert state, or at least into an alpha state where you're at a very calm, able to make good decisions. So if you're in bad, right, beta waves, you're not going to make the correct trades. If you're in alpha waves, and there's a ton of ways to get into alpha. Just walking / grounding yourself. I mean, there's just tons of ways. Eat the right foods. Don't eat insulin spiking foods where your insulin throws your chemicals off in your brain. Any one of the number of those things. But if you're in an alpha state, you'll make better decisions. How's that for everybody? Did I dumb that down enough? Is everyone following?
I agree with that. Yeah.
Okay.
I that was one of my mistakes as well when I was doing revenge trading. When I lost the trade, I wanna chase the trade to actually make up for the money I lost.
Yep.
And I lost it more. And but then I learned it. If I make my rule was, after a couple of those mistakes, if I make 2 consecutive trades that I lost on, I was walking away.
Amen. Good rule. Very good rule. SPX, the 5-minute blue line, next
I told
touch.
you, Mr. Kevin,
Yes.
I probably make every possible mistake learning to trade.
Well, just thank God you were learning the system to trade.
Yeah.
Because if you made every possible mistake, you'd be like the rest of us. And about 10 years in, you'd have burned through 1,000 different indicators and 1,000 different ways to trade and still be learning everything. You'd be like, well, what the hell's going on? So yeah, I thank God every day that for you guys to be able to have the system. You don't have to worry about reinventing it. You don't have to improve it. It's flawless, it's spotless. All you have to do is do it. And you don't even know enough Martar to combine it with RSI. You don't know enough to combine it with this or that. And thank God you don't, because one of the hardest things experienced traders have is they try to combine my system with what they know. And you don't know shit.
Try that too. Try that too. At the beginning.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I told you I did probably everything. But what you create for us, even if I'm trying to back testing and I'm going back on the charts with your system and I'm taking notes, trying to see, learn the patterns, what's gonna happen after this happens and that. Because I like to understand things, and this is my kind of problem with me. I'm trying to be always very logical person, and it takes so much time. Even by using your indicators and going back and seeing how everything is working. So I cannot imagine how much time you had to put in what you built.
Yeah. It was a lot.
It's incredible what you did, sir.
Thank you. Let me see. Okay, sorry, my youngest was asking me a question and I had to forward it over to my wife. But yes, I was understanding everything and listening to everything you were saying, Martar. And yeah, thank you for saying that because it's a lot of work that went into this system. A lot of work.
That's why, that you're making $1 million here, $1 million there, well deserved, and I wish you, another zero in the end of that $1 million.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, re-editor. Let me see something real quick. Da, 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 da. Well, this is fun.
I gonna get going. I gonna join you guys later on the phone wise. I gonna be in the truck.
All right.
Okay?
Stay safe, Martar. Praying for your safety.
Thank you, sir. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you. Bye. Great advice, Coach. Glad you like it, Robert Lee. Can you trade SPY options with system? Yeah. SPY's right here is one of ours that we trade. There it is right there. Let me move it over just a little bit. See, I don't like this. I'm so weird. Hold on. Can't really make those smaller either. Let me see if I can just pull this over just a tad bit. There we go. Yeah, we're trading SPY, and yes, my system works on SPY. 100%. I have one goal for everybody listening to my voice, and that is for you guys to consistently win and to be able to be retired if you want to. If you can consistently win at trading, you're going to do really good, really good. If you can make a 60% win rate, yeah, whatever. 70, 80% rate, yeah, you'll be making money. If you control your stop losses and don't everyone wants to overtrade their account value. They always try to blow it up on purpose. I don't know why. If you only have $200-300, you better be sticking with 0.01, for instance, SPX, where they're just pennies, and make $5 here, $10 there, $20. It'll add up. If you have a 2,000 or 3,000 or say 5,000 in your account, you can trade NAS, NQ1, just spectacularly. Gold, you can use much larger volume sizes. You can do 0.01s, 0.05s. And then you can trade off of that. And then you can maybe make $50, $100, $200 a trade, when you're dealing with the $5,000 account and so on. So I don't get into that much because I'm not a financial advisor, but I don't know. That's what that is. Does anybody have any questions, or does anybody symbols they want me to look at while we're waiting? Thank you, baby. Bro and I. $3 on Thursday. Interesting. Can you trade SPY options? Yep. From sells to buys with PA being over the EMAs. Are we seeing the live turnaround on NAS? The live turnaround on NAS. Well, if we're seeing the live turnaround on NAS, we're seeing it on all of them. Let's take a look and see. Boy, sure looks a lot of red. I only see a tad bit of green on the 6-minute. SPX 5-minute 6. Sure looks like this is all getting crushed in, kind of like, I said it was going to do. Everything's going to turn to red, then it'll turn to green. So if we do SPX 5-minute, let's take a look. It isn't. Oh, it's right under. That's silly. Well, SPX is below and on the 5-minute. It's done. So let's go up to that. And now we do have SPY is a much slower movement. Let's see the 6-minute. 6 minutes below on NAS NQ. It already touched ES1 SPX. Already below on US 30 and YM. So yeah, the only one you still have a little time with is SPY for it to go down and touch. That's all. And that's what it's doing right now on the 4-minute. Yeah. This is great. I'm so glad SPY just lags and lags and lags. Because there's TQQ, there's QQQ, there's all these things that we can play off of SPY, 2 times the money, 3 times the money. This could be really a liquid move for us here soon. Why is SPY slower? Some lag. You want a lagging symbol because of these indices, because that's the one we trade. And remember our rules, some of you. I don't know. Let's see over here. We'll go over here. Close up. Let's see. There we go. Wow, it actually worked that time. Here you go. When one goes up, they all go up. When one goes down, they all go down. If one lags, it will catch up to the other 5 indices. Yeah. Write that down, print it out, memorize it, put it on your phone, put it on your mirrors. Yeah, because that's how you're going to make, when you see all these underneath, this is our logo, underneath. Well, this was the only one not there yet, and that is your SPY 4-minute. Take any sell till it hits there. So is it the live turnaround? What's up, Matt? And welcome to the VIP, Matt. 2 Matts. Matt Parker. What's up, Ryan? Miss Shalita. So if we come over to here, this is a daily charts. Every candle's a day. Oops, someone talking?
Yeah, Kevin, this is Matt.
What's up, Matt?
Hey, I asked that because when I look at the 5-minute, it looks all sell all the way down to its blue line.
5-minute.
And then it begins to kind of go above the EMAs like you talked about when we see a turnaround. I see it's all red, but I'm looking at the 1-hour buy stop, I think, too.
So we're looking at NAS on a 5-minute sell.
NAS on near the 5-minute line. I see where it's sold off all morning, and now it kind of reclaimed its blue line above the EMAs. And I'm just following the 1-hour buy stop, trying to find entry on that.
Oh, okay. Well, we got to make sure we're safe on that. So, yeah, definitely not. Well, the orange line on the 1-hour good news is underneath. I would say that would be a nice little thing. So if you entered in, I don't know which one you may have, or if you haven't yet, but if you entered
in yet.
Okay. If you had entered in on either one of those two, we'll approximately put it there. Well, okay. The first one was 100 pips. So I'm going to go with that was a win. Second one wouldn't have been quite as much depending on your entry on that one. Somewhere probably up there and someone to there. About 40 pips. Still a good little trade, but we're now just getting the pink crossing the blue. Then we have to wait for the pull down. So, matter of fact, to me, this looks like a real good erect nipple right here. Not to offend anyone, but that's what this looks like to me. The question comes in, did the pink cross the blue on the sniper? Yeah, they're low. You could have jumped that if you got in probably on a faster time frame. Because if you would have been looking back here, right when they were lowest, yeah, I guess you could have taken that trade off that 1 hour, sure. Yeah, I would have done that.
5-minute blue.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, you could have probably played it all the way down there. Now, my thing is, we're obviously, if you look at your first thing you're supposed to look at, we know, Matt, that this is what? Solid fucking red. This is as red as you're going to get. So you're in the middle of a solid sell. This is closing. You can see right here, SPX ES1 on the 6 minutes, the last holdout on these faster time frames not to fall. So we'll go over there and look at SPX over here. And it's right. It touched it. It touched it. 6 minute, touched it. 6 minute, below it. And we still have time on that SPY. So this is where this can pay off too. Do we have a lot of time to let this come down? Or are things going to start flipping before then? This is interesting to see on SPY. Remember, we got to see this in the wild. I have to see this moving. I have to see this mornings, afternoons, evenings. I just want to see this live as it's going. But as far as the other indices are concerned, yeah, it's a nice little sell. It's going down to that 6 minute. We have to then wait for the 1 seconds to turn back to green. Yeah, looks really good. Then we have to wait 1 second buy stop to the blue line. Jiminy, you can't even say the words. And there it is. There, I thought buy stop to the SPX. This is why we can't send out signals on the 1 second. I can't even speak it, let alone we send out a signal, get over the thing, put it in the, you just can't do it. There is a buy stop SPY to the 1 second and US 30 to the 1 second blue line. Yep.
Yeah, it's happening in real time now.
Yeah, there you go. But let's just be conservative. Say we don't care about the 1 second. We needed to go to the 5 second and turn green, and then we need everything on our screen to be a sea of green. Green, 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 green on the real direction bars. Green over here. We just saw price action came over. Then we're seeing the green candles. Now we have to wait for the pullback to see this go underneath right here. Technically, kind of probably was right there, but it's not green yet. We need all these to turn green, and then we need to see that pullback happen against it. We need the pink line to come down, preferably pink and purple, kind of like here. This looks like a little better setup. Anyway, and then see how these are turning green now. Now all we need is that pullback down, which we're probably not going to get because this is too pink's going to run up. Yeah, it's going to run up first. Anywho, and then once these turn green, then we see the 5 seconds do this, and the pink, purple are low, the blue stays high. Then we can go back down to that 1 second and enter this trade. But until we see this pullback, let's just say they're all green. They're not, but let's say they are. Then we go to the 10 second. Then you can start playing these 10-second buys to the blue line, and that's how you know you're going to catch the falling knife. How you know things are flipping from this red cell when these start turning to green again. In order, when they turn, they'll pop over like that. Maybe we'll get a US 30 and an NQ to flip also. Maybe these two will be lagging, or maybe just one of them will be lagging, and then we'll get into those. Do the same thing for a 15-second, maybe this way. Wait for that, and then maybe you get these two to go up. And that's it. So we don't want to over guess. We just want to be waiting patiently for that logo to form on the 5 second and then take it if we see it. If we don't see it, then don't take it. I don't like when people try or push it where it's going to be and what it's going to do. We don't know. Take your time, let it do what it's got to do. And that's too high. We need to go back to that 5 second. Okay, this is a fill in the gap trade. Yeah, pink and purple down. We saw the gap come down right here. I'm looking right here, by the way. And then we're expecting this to be the buy up. It'll go to the previous orange line, the previous high, which it kind of is doing right now as you're speaking. Then this gap down here will fill in right here. And you'll see that close off. See, the pink's already spiked up. You're waiting for the purple now. It's got to dip again. Yeah, see, that's why there's that little pullback. It's going to dip again. Then hopefully we can hold this line. We don't want to see this go red at all. We want these to say spaced. We want that green space, yellow, green space, yellow, green space, yellow, green space, yellow. We won't enter off of this. So if we were going to hunt for this one, I would technically mark it and then hunt down here for the entry. This is a 5 second. So all we can do is go down to the 1 second and see what we see. And if this is a buy stop, there you go. And if this is a buy stop, green, 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 red, green, green, buy stop, you can enter the trade. Now that isn't a lot on a 1 second movement, but you're dealing with 1 second charts. See, that bigger movement on the 1 second and the 5 second looks tiny. But then again, we hit the previous orange, we hit the previous middle, and now we're going to hit that previous high. So there you go. And there it is happening. There's the case, the closure of the space, and there it goes. See that? And then up it went. And there's the purple coming up. And see the pink had to reset itself. And then it came back up again. And now you're going to redo everything again. You'll see the purple come up, pink come up. It'll hook and come back down. You'll see a space come up, and it'll stagger itself up, stair-stepping its way up to that blue line. That's pretty cool, Matt. Did you see that? Was that fun? That looked...
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and that's just what happens, not just on a 10 second or a 5 second. This is what happens when you're really in doing this on a, why is this showing? Hold on. Oh, it's the NAS 100. I always thought it was trying to say this is a NAS 10 second, my bad. I was like, why is this trying to show a 10 second when it is not that? There you go.
Kevin,
What's up?
That's five foot. You were talking about that?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. At 2:30, it was 22 cents to 6.52 a foot, and 20, 25 minutes it went to $1.03.
Awesome.
I think you could be sitting next to me.
Brian Dreve. Yes. You were there. It is again. I just wanted you guys to see that again. And you see the pink, purple. You see it shoot up over there on SPY next to it. So it's doing the same buy, by the way, Kev, for you to understand. It's doing this little creep up buy. So be careful if you held those. I'm sure you didn't. You probably sold them and got your money, but just in case. And that's all it does. And then it's going to pull back once the pink, purple hits that line again on the 5 second. Just imagine the blue line holding strong on a 5-second trade. That's an amazing indicator when you see this. This is utterly amazing that it works like this. Surprised me when we first found out. I wouldn't trade under a minute. And I was like, well, damn, look. Touchdown. Boom, bingo. There you go. Now, this is all done live in front of your little eyes. No magic involved, no cutaways, no screen things, me explaining step by step what it's going to do. Now, I'm giving out these free calls. Do you think anybody can still possibly be a hater? Yes, they're still haters. Is it mind-blowing that people can still possibly hate? Yeah, I am just stunned and amazed that there's hate out for the system and me when we're giving away this stuff for free. On your system, this is a 7-instrument simultaneous. What's up, Tasha Cruz? Yeah, you can trade all of these at once. Correct. They're all the same. They're not 7 different instruments. They're not 7 different symbols. They're all the same. Ricochet, fill in the gap, buy, logo back, buy to the blue line, all indices. But no, these are all one. They all trade the same. They call them touchdown. There it is again. Bingo, boppo, bango, as the Parker brothers love me saying. I haven't said that in a while. No, I've never made up shirts for it because I got 3,000 other things to do.
John's gonna ask for the shirt.
There you go. I know it's coming. And there it is. That is the power of the system. You just saw it. Now watch this one, because this is what cracks me up. Okay, that's what I just told you. There's the trade. Well, here, this is on a 5-second, right? 5-second trade. Well, if you look over here, and we zoom in a little, there we go. We can move this over a little. Now, if you look over here in this particular picture, you can't probably tell it's a different screen. Let me move it over just a little bit for you. This is the ricochet up, fill in the gap to the blue line. It touched it, ricocheted, there it goes. Ricocheted up, touched it, went to the blue line, ricocheted up, went to the blue line, and there's US 30 touching it. There's 30 minutes. That's $1,000 worth of your training right now, just so we're all clear. That's what I get for a half hour of my time. That's $1,000 for a half hour. Not saying it for any other reason than, yeah, that's what it looked like. That's what it did. Boom, boom, logo buy. Boom, logo buy. This is 3-minute GBP USD on the left, and these are 5-second charts on the right. So just because it happens on one symbol, or in this case, 7 symbols, it also happens on Forex pairs. It also happens on gold. It also happens on any commodity you can chart on TradingView, which happens to be a lot. The exact same trade happens. This is the trade you were looking for. This is the trade that you wanted. Now, if we go up to the 10-second, let's watch this. Oh, we're way past that. Let me go to the 30. Maybe we're not there yet. Kind of hoping we tapped it. Yeah, we just tapped it now. Let me see if we can get the 15-second. No, cannot. It's too far up. Well, at any rate. But you guys got to see it live. Now, a lot of you on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook Live, you're thinking, well, that's just easy. He does this every day. It's no big deal. Except when you look back and realize it's a huge deal, and it isn't a normal. Someone sitting here live telling you it's going to go up, where it's going to go up to, how it's going to go up before it goes up, and tells you everything about the trade. That's not normal. That's exceptional, and that's what the system is. It's exceptional, and there it goes. Can you deny that it went up to the blue line? Can you deny that it did a fill in the gap? Can you deny the pink line hooked and came back down? I mean, you can deny everything I speak, but if you open your eyes, you can't deny your own eyes. The eyes are factual. There you go.
It's taken off.
See all the green now? Here's your red, 1 minute, 2 minute, and here's the 1 minute, 2 minute. Let's go to US 30 and see. Let's go to that 1 minute. And it's US 30 lagging, which is high. It's over it. It's already over it. It's going to be there in 20 seconds. If we can hold that, let's see. 15, it's not going to hold it. But nonetheless, and I can still move that one over up there. There we go. Yep, it's going to do it. There you go. Right below it. It touched it. US 30 to the 1 minute blue line has been hit. This again has been called out. I believe that was Matt. And we were talking about these 1 hour ones to enter in or not to enter in. And yeah, this is a 1 hour buy. You can enter in. I just showed you how to play a 1 second, 5 second on the first entry. Now you could wait for closure of this candle over the 1 hour, and you can wait by all means, or you could have entered in down here when it was crossing the 1 second, 5 second, 10 second, 15 second, and then it went up to here. So my system is if you miss something, you can just get back in a faster time frame. So if you miss this hour one, it's just going to form our logo trade. So what does that mean? Well, I just showed you on the 5 second, 10 second watch. Price starts underneath. It's going to come up hook. It's going to stay green, be a little bit higher. All this red will turn to green. And then this will do this. Oops, I'm going to change that to green. Let me grab it again. Let's see. Nope. Let's see if I can grab that one. And it's white. All of this, switch it this way. And then it's going to do that. Then you're going to see the blue line rise up, come over. You're going to see the pink line rise up, come down. And then you're going to see price action hook over like this, come up like that. Then it's going to push up to where this line is. Whether it hits it is irrelevant. As long as it forms our logo trade here, we will go down from the 1 hour and look for buy stops at this time. You're talking each one of these candles is an hour. So this is going to be several hours in, but it will eventually do this. It'll hook over, show us its hand. We'll be able to go down and find our buy stop. So if it's a 1 hour, it might be a 30 minute, might be a 1 hour, 15 minute, might be a 1 hour, 5 minute, might be a 1 hour, 2 minute. We'll just hunt down for those buy stops, take them as it goes up, just like we did the 5 second, 10 second, well, 5 second, 1 second, and the 5 second, 10 second. We're going to do the exact same thing. And as it moves up, it'll keep doing that for us over and over again, forming the logo to tell us what's going to happen in the future. We patiently wait, and then we take that trade. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, sir. If we're, yes, Kev. Go ahead.
No, you guys can go if there's anything to say.
Just playing that out a little bit further, we're going to the 1 hour blue line. I saw in the call outs it was a 9 hour sell stop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if I missed it. Are we looking at a 12 hour sell stop now?
Let's see if we cleared all those. I don't know. Let me see real quick.
I mean, it forming or developing, I don't actually see any green
Well,
just
no,
yet.
I mean, we can't do the sell stops until these are covered. So the only sells you can call would be a 30-minute sell. It's obviously forming a buy. You can see that in a 60-minute buy. But in order for these sells to happen, I don't know where the 10-minute is. I changed this bot to read faster. So we'd have to check the 10-minute, the 8-minute, the 12-minute, the 15-minute, see where we're at with those. But it's going to turn down in order. So we can't call a 9 hour sell, even though this 30-minute, even though I know we can go up here, he'll see this and you'll see what he's talking about right here.
Yeah, I'm just going on the call out sheet. I see what you're saying now.
Yeah, so this is a 9 hour. Yeah, it's a fill in the gap to the 9 hour blue line, and it's a ricochet. So we'll go down there and do that. We got to pray for some really good news to skip it, especially those higher ones. They're not going to miss. But anyway, 5 hour. Yeah. So we're hooking up right now against the 5 hour sell. It's going to be a 5 hour to the blue line, which means maybe some of these are going to be 4 hour. Let's see. It looks to me like they're right on it. Yeah. SPY is still doing a 4 hour sell. The rest are all under. But again, we don't play these sells, so don't take the sells. All we're doing is looking for these to be done and over with and get the hell out of our way so they can go down and we can make money on the way back up. Henceforth, the 1 hour. And if you take that 1 hour, again, we've been in that trade probably from the beginning of that candle or thereabouts. I mean, we caught that trade super easy thanks to Matt. It was real early. So somewhere around here and you're up. Oh, that's SPY. My bad. I forgot they do by individual. So you're up about 1.5 points, 2 points on that. But yeah, perfect. Perfect little trade. What else you got, Matt?
Kevin, I guess I have another question. We're talking about the daily weeklies coming up. I know they're forming and we're waiting for entry. If you have a smaller account per se, like 2,000 live,
Mm-hmm.
and we're putting in like a 0.01, 0.02 or something to ride it up, I know we're going to put sell stops in, but like, what do you expect with drawdown there? Because I know with the daily weekly, I'm not timing it exactly. I go into a little bit of drawdown.
And what symbol are we talking about? Any, or do you have a specific symbol?
The indices.
Just the indices. Okay.
Yeah, in general, the daily. I would say NOS for the Forex.
Okay, we're looking. When am I going to call the sell is what you're asking?
The daily, weekly buy stuff.
So you want to know when we're going to get into the buy, or is this the daily sell has to finish? So this is going up now to arch up. It's going to come back down and it will go back. You can't, well, I mean, if monkeys start flying out of someone's ass, maybe, I don't know. But other than that, this pink line is going to hook and come down. You see the purple arching up now. That gap will fill, right? And this pink line will come back down and price action is going to go down. So if you wanted to, we can start looking for sells now and wait for the sells to engage. Now we can't see, this is below, but we need to go find something on NAS that's above that for us to be able to call a sell on a faster time frame. So if I went over here and I went to the 12-hour, we need that blue line is not high, 10-hour. Yeah, much better, way better, 9-hour. I'm looking specifically here. Yeah, there you go. This would be either a 9/10 is the orange line above. No, it's in the channel. That's not bad. Blues now these are all good. These are all good. So this is, again, we're stumbling back to that 9-hour sell you talked about. But right now, you're going to want to just chill for a minute and let, exactly like I told you on the rest of these, now we have to let these all turn from green to red and start playing the sells. Now I told you I'd call sells for you guys, but I'm still inside of my soul not wanting to. So what's up, Marley Mar? What's up, Persistent? So I'm very reluctant to call these sells, but if you see these 5 seconds, 10 seconds, I would wait probably somewhere in the range of the 30 seconds, 40, starting to turn red again. Then you can start looking into those sells. But remember, everything forms an order. Now, I think we already had US 30 to the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute. This buy stop we can check. This buy stop we can check too. I don't know where we're at with those. But all things given, over the next several days / whatever, you will see the sell hit. I don't know if they're going to do it tonight if Trump makes an announcement that he destroyed all of Iran for some unknown reason. I don't know. They may use that as some kind of bullshit news triggering thing, but it's going to come back down. I believe we're already here, though. Let me see here on these 3 hours. I thought we were already there on some of them. Oh, yeah. No. And if we're going to get that change, the you have the 30-second, 3-minute, 30-minute, 3-hour. They love those 30s to pull it, to bring it back higher and not drop it. But it just is too hard. There's no way they're going to come back to this shit. Yeah. Sell to SPY to the 4-hour blue line. I would play any sell stop you can find on any symbol under 4 hours. meaning anything you can find that says it's going to go down, the green line is going to touch the blue line. That's what's going to do it. Already did it once, ricocheted and did it twice. This will be the third time, but I don't care. It's just going to, I wish we can avoid that, but until, how do we know? So how do we know when we can avoid that? Well, if we can get dailies, let's just pull up one for you. Let's get over him. You need, this is on our rules, price action, the orange line went underneath, hooking, coming back up, I told you, did I not explain this to you guys the other day? This is what's going to happen, and it's going to do that. Then it's going to come over and do it again over there.
I think you did, Kev.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm 99% sure I did. And then this gap right here will close. This pink line will come down. And then you'll have the previous boom hits there. Take profits, take profits. So yeah, it's going to do that. And unless the daily, as I was saying, can hook, come up, our candles turn green. And then we can get the real directions bar, which is debate whether those are red right that second. Maybe not on those three. That's tough. I know the top one is red. Let's say that turns back to green, real direction bar, 1, 2, 3. And then we need this blue thing to hook up like that. Once I can get, and then pink and purple up here while we're at it. And then once we can get all that set up, then we're back into the buy on a daily, because then we're going to be, price action is going to be to the left of all our EMAs. Then these candles will hook, come down, form our logo, hook, come down, come back up again. And then you'll see the pink line come down, hook, come back up. Blue will stay strong. Pink will come down again, hook, come back up. This will all turn to green. The candles will turn to green, and then we'll be on the side, just like over here when we were doing these buys. That's what you'll see. But right now, we're in the middle of this. Got to finish it. No one wants to admit it, but I'm here to tell you that this shit, in my opinion, before we go to record highs, you're going to see NAS hit somewhere around 18,500, 19,000. And if I had my way about it, which you guys are lucky I'm not God, where I can control all this, I want NAS to go down to 15,000, a little lower. 14,000 I'd like NAS to do. You can do that? It can do that? Yeah. Yes, it can. Will it do that? No, we're probably going to get caught somewhere around here at about 19,000. If you're really blessed, we'll be caught around 21,000, 22,000, meaning you're only going to see this little pullback here, this little dip to about there. I prefer the dip to come all the way down below these yellow lines right there like that, and the orange line. Then I'd like to see it come up. Then I'd like to see this 3-month pink line quit that stupid high, come back down like that. Then I'd like to see these spaces come down like this right here, and then it's going to come back up again. The yellow line will look like that. That's what I would prefer happen. I don't know if we'll see that far of a drop. They seem like that's not likely. Now, if the end of the world happens, I have a feeling we'll see the end of the drop like that. But then again, what do we care?
The Uno reversal did a time frame green right when everything turned around too.
What's that?
Side now.
Say that again?
The Keith bot.
Yeah.
It called everything out with that time frame green and a 1 second buy stop there on the turnaround.
Now remember that is not, because I saw someone trying to use that to trade with. The Rebot is just for testing purposes, beta only. That's not to be used, but I'm glad it's seems like the faster time frames is seeming pretty good, huh?
No, sorry, Kevin. The Keith bot.
The Keith bot did it. Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a... Baby bops, baby bops. We got like 20 nicknames for each other. Boop, boop. All right. Let's take a look at the Keith bot and see. Nope, not the Keith bot. Yeah. It's just going to take time. If everyone isn't in such a rush to make like a scalping trade because they're running out of beta and they're so scared they don't know what the fuck they're doing, then we wouldn't have to worry about, let's go down to the 15-second, 5-second. But since all of you really don't understand trading, or at least the people not in the VIP group, you don't understand trading, there you go. Trade, indicate, trade executed. Which one? See, I don't even know which one that's for. Maybe we can go down there. Again, me and Tommy will be talking tonight. We're going to do a major upgrade on the Breebot. We'll see if we can get anything coded in. 15-second buy, 15 pink, purple, low. People in the VIP group, do we do a buy when all three are down low, or do we do a sell when all three of the lines on the sniper? Buy? Hey, Martar, you better be driving, brother. Don't be looking at any damn charts. Stay away.
I don't like missing things, you know. And life is life. It's always give you a edge. You can ask, or for the second explanation if you don't get something.
Yeah.
So whenever I have a chance, I always prefer to be live.
Yeah,
It's
awesome.
like investing in yourselves in our trading
Yeah.
skills.
Sorry, as you're talking, Martar, I'm looking at these messages. Your system is magic and you are just like a Houdini. Well, that's good, Patrick. I'd rather be called Houdini. I've been called a time-traveling space alien. That was pretty big for the first couple of years. I kept hearing that. I kept getting accused of, well, you can't be human. This has got to be Bob. Well, whatever. Wow, I like it, says Tasha Cruz. Exceptional, Kevin. Seconds. That's good. You are consistent, too. You only do buys. I can dig it. Yeah, it's coming to the point where I'm going to have to call some sells because of the daily flip, and I'm just avoiding that like the plague. Martar, get a Tesla so it can drive. Hey, so it can drive forward and comes with a bigger screen to watch. Yes, it does.
My wife would divorce me if I buy Tesla.
Ah,
We are against the electric.
yeah, amen. So am I. But they are handy for certain things, and they do have a pretty good, neat self-driving feature, at least Tesla. Now they do.
That's the thing, yeah. I would love the self-driving. Yes.
Yeah. The Rebot is calling
Let's look at
15
their
seconds.
options.
Sorry?
We can at least look at Tesla options.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Tesla's been getting it too. If you guys want me to look at it, I can look at it. I'd rather not too much with calls with everybody here, but I mean, I can look at one or
But
two.
I
For
think I know we got the alert today, but I think if I remember correctly, the last time we spoke about this, it should be still going a little bit lower.
Okay, well, let me take a look at Tesla. And yeah, I might get one for my youngest son. He's not a big, he doesn't like driving, which I don't mind.
In States, is it allowed already to use the self-driving?
I don't know. I think it's kind of, people do it anyways. They show YouTube videos of them sleeping behind the wheel and shit. I would never, but it's probably handy. And
There was a one guy on here in Mississauga. Somebody filmed him sleeping behind the
See,
wheel on the
yeah.
highway, and the police got to him. He got a big fine for it
oh, really?
because
Ooh.
you are allowed to do the self-driving, but you have to supervise kind of.
Yeah.
So you still have to pay attention.
Not that humans don't screw up, probably more than the self-driving cars, to be honest with you. But the reality is I want to have control of my car at all times. I don't want them flipping off the little thing. I don't want to be sitting in electrified EMF thing where all those little electrical impulse things, not just your phone anymore, it's your entire car going through your body. I'm going to pass on that one at this point.
Yes.
Now, do
This
we...
is the reason.
Okay, do we have a fast moving, when I flipped over to Tesla, it's a little sloppy. It's not too bad. Looks like we're seeing some green on the 15-second, 30-second is blue. So let me see if we're going up to that. And of course we are. Buy stop Tesla to the 15-second blue line. Again, probably not today. I don't even know if they're trading it at this moment. Might have been stopped. 343.68 is the call. Then we have these cells, and I can see a 4-hour cell, but there's something different between the daily. So let's see up here. These are more important time frames of Tesla. Now, 7-hour cell. Already there. 10-hour. Ooh, sell to the 10-hour blue. Yeah, this is why we called that, and that's why you're getting those signals. $335.76. Martar is right. It's not done going down yet. It's going to the 10-hour blue line. It's going to the 12-hour blue line. And Elon Musk better throw me some money, because if I call this, he's going to be not happy, because here it goes. 317 it's going to go down to, and then 295. You're going to see Tesla go down to 295 on a daily sell for Kim. And thank Kim for everything. Now, this is more important. We have a weekly, 3 weekly buy kicking in. Well, will be kicking in, and that is exceptional. I'm calling, this is a logo. Look at the, hello, this is freaking 3-week Tesla. Let's see. Red down, green up, red down, and there is your little fill in the gap cell. Now, it's not to the blue line, but and it looks just like this if you guys are looking in here. And then that's that. And if you look over here, you'll see your W form on your pink also. So you start down high, pink, 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 and that's your hook right there. So you have the logo trade right here, and it's forming again for the second time. Is the logo trade better on the first time or the second time? Anybody at all? And think Ricky Bobby.
Is it the same?
No, first time is better.
First time is
Yeah,
better, logo
correct.
as well.
Oh yeah, always better.
But was there reset in between, or is just one after another?
You had the buy stop logo trade, just like you do on the original picture. So it's exactly the same. So I'm trying to show you guys. This is Tesla 3-week candles. On your left, this is GPB. It's a currency pair. Whoopsie. A currency pair. Not Tesla. It's not a stock. It's Forex. I said currency, sorry. GBP. Oh, GPB.
JPY, right?
USD. And then
USD.
GBP USD, and these are 3-minute candles. But if you look, you're going to see the exact same pattern there and your exact same hook there. What you guys have to start doing is being very patient and just waiting for, maybe if I can use this one as my line. Let's see. Ha, I cheated them. I can't draw a straight line, but I can use their little hooky thing they got. So this is your straight line here, and this would be your straight line there. And if you can just be patient and wait for this logo to form, especially to the blue line, but I'm just showing, we don't have a blue line on 3-week. We don't have a blue line on weekly because TradingView won't give me enough history for my system to pull all that information in. So we don't have it. There's nothing I can do. But if we did have a blue line, it'd probably be going to it. But this is all. These are the exact same trades, even though these are 100% different symbols in different times. This in here is exactly, does everybody see that on the VIP group especially? This is exactly the same trade. There is no difference. Take a picture of this one over here. It's exactly the same trade on price action it is as this one over here. One happens to be 3-minute, one happens to be 3 weeks. Is no one, I just think it's so mind-blowing that you can see this and it's the exact same thing. I just think it's mind-blowing. I guess I'm wrong. No one else is blown away with that. It's the exact same thing.
No, it's amazing.
Thank you.
It's like somebody set it up.
Yeah. It's like, for instance, the artificial intelligence from BlackRock and Vanguard aren't overly smart. They can only draw one picture. Kind of like what it is. Oh, maybe that's true. Maybe their AI isn't smarter than humans after all. Yeah, I'm going to say it's not smarter than us. And yes, you're right. Taraya the first time was the better time. So yeah, number 1 is the same as number 2, but no, they're totally different. One is a Forex pair. One is a stock. One is 3-minute candles. One is 3-week candles. Can you imagine? First of all, 3-minute candles are kind of slow coming at you, but imagine how slow this shit is. So let's assume that we were going to do this October 2022. By the time you'd enter the trade, June of 2025, 3 years in the making. Now, a lot of you have patience, but I'm going to go and say even I don't have that kind of patience. So we're going to do all kinds of trades before then. But if you're asking me on Tesla, there's going to go down. And we're going to see a pretty pullback down to that daily, like we have tagged and Martar's following for us. Then we're going to see a weekly, 3 weekly buy stop. And the last time it did this, Tesla was at $273 and it went up to $500. Now you're going to see Tesla drop down to where I told you it's going to come down a little further. And it's going to go from about 3 change to about 315, 320. And then it's going to go back up over $500. Now, this is going to be a huge movement. He's become the richest man ever times a billion when this finishes out, because this isn't just, this is going to end somewhere around there. This is a upward sloping W with the M in the middle, pink, purple lows all accumulating right now. So if Mr. Musk would be so kind as to throw me $1 billion, I will come on here Monday through Wednesday. I won't give you 4 days. I'll give you 3 days a week. And I'll come on for 2 or 3 hours a day, and I'll teach you all how to trade. Matter of fact, if he lets me, makes me an honorary financial advisor dude and gives me a title so I don't get in trouble, I'll make the call outs for you. Oh, CDNS crossing. Oh, that's cute. Oh, look at that. But I will, and I'll call it out for him because he's about to become even richer than he was. You'll see Tesla going over $500, and it's going to go way past $550. I can see it going to $600 on this push-up, which will put Elon Musk in the most incredibly richest man alive category times a million, even though I'm telling you right now, there's no one richer than the Rothschilds. They own the money that he is the richest man in the world. Like Qatar and all the little Saudi guys, they're rich, but the money that they are using is owned by somebody. Just imagine the power of the Rothschilds. They've financed every war, both sides of every war, since before, you might as well just go modern time, for the last few hundred years. And they control all the banks except for the ones in Iran. They control all the banks. Should I go down here, Martar, when we're live? They control all the banks except for Iran, except for North Korea, except for, you want me to keep naming them? All your axis of evil people are not owned by the Rothschild banking system. Coincidental? I don't know what to tell you. If you
This is why we have wars in this country.
That's why we have, yeah, the wars built every economy, if that's what you're saying. Every war has built, World War I, II, your Korean, all the wars ever. That's how we have the industrial complex, the war industrial complex. You'll notice that it isn't peacetime. All the growth, all this shit always happens when we're at war. So there's a reason behind that. Another 30 minutes. Did you guys value your $1,000 that you didn't pay, that you should have paid for the last 30 minutes? I gave you more information.
Send us the invoice.
Yeah, there you go. I'll gonna start sending you all an invoice every fucking month. First buy stop is best.
Took the NOS trade, you could pay for it. It's going, it's flying.
Yeah. Well, there you go. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, if that was the NOS trade that Matt is currently talking about and saying, he's the one who called that. Let's go back.
I'll talk to you later, guys. It's a time for my inspection.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
Bye
Mark.
now.
Ciao, ciao.
God bless Martar. All right. So let's see. The overall trend for NAS is green. In everyone's system, green means up. Oh, look at that. We have some safety trades. It's telling us ST up blue than the hourly 4 hour. But let's go ahead and see what this 30-minute is, since it looks different to me. Yeah, buy, top. It just did it. Buy stop to the blue line, and it just touched it. I do believe. No. But this is horseshoes and hand grenades. It came close enough to touching that blue line right there. You can stick out your tongue and lick that blue line. You know you're in deep enough at that point. I know that sounds bad, but it is what it is. That's where it is. You're that close to it. It's going to go up and touch it, but I don't care. It's just whatever. And if you'd have listened to Matt when we were talking back here in those 5 second, 10 seconds, your live's not eligible. What are they talking about? Yeah, this makes no sense. Oh, TikTok, the days. You know what? Fuck TikTok. See you, TikTok. I'm out the door. Bye, guys on TikTok. Head over to YouTube if you want to see it. Fuck TikTok and all their fucking restrictions. Go suck it. Fuck them. Anywho, 150 pips up if you'd have been in. Over 100 pips on this trade. Single little up movement right there. Called out by one of our members. You can see it clearly when we were trading the 10-second, 15-second, 30-second, 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 6 minute, and so on. And now it's flipped back around. Now, will it go up to the 7? I don't know. We can go look. Play any buy stop until it goes up to the weekly. You know how many you're going to be in buys for the rest of your life. It's going to be the next year. It's going to, once this flips over for real and the dailies come in, you have to wait for that 12-hour, 9-hour sell to finish. Once that's done, it's going to go up for the rest of the year, just like it did last year. If you remember correctly, last year, everything was the end of the world with the tariffs. It's not. Nothing's the end of the world with the war now. It's not. They're just fear-mongering people, and I'm not dealing with that shit. I speak the truth, and you'll see it. Elon Musk is going to be happier than a pig in mud when this is all said and done. And I sure hope one of these people, I don't know how to get his attention, but he's smart. He'll know the truth when he sees it. It's shocking to me. Some of you people that watch me, you'll sit here for a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, 6 months, and you won't buy the system until after about 6 months or a year. People who are really into trading will watch my system for a day, maybe 2 at the most, and buy it immediately. The smart people who understand trading will immediately buy the system. Those of you who are trying to hang out and figure things out, you will not. You'll take a long time to do it. It's kind of weird, but that's how it rolls. Some of you are very aggressive with your, I look at it this way. I used to own 3 gyms, LaGrange, Georgia, and Noonan, Georgia. And when people wanted to lose weight and come in, they didn't ask to see the gym. They didn't ask to be walked around the gym. They didn't ask to be, well, what's this? And they didn't bicker on price. You know what they did when they were ready to lose weight and become healthy and not be morbidly obese so they die early? They came into the gym and they said, I don't give a fuck what it cost. I want to buy a year's membership right now. Now, we happened to be the original 99 2-for-1 before anyone else was, so we were very cheap. But they came in, bought the gym membership immediately. They didn't bullshit. They didn't ask questions. They just did it. Then they got the personal training. So I exactly recognize what they're doing. When you're in our group and you come in, you say, well, maybe I'm going to do it. Maybe I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and get it. I'll see how it does. But I don't want to get well, when you pay for personal training, you know what's going to happen. When you pay for the VIP group, you know you're going to be around people who are successful. And you're going to be the next successful one. So when you get the system, buy the sniper, buy the your VIP access. And that way you're just like joining a gym. You're just like learning from a personal trainer. Can you lose weight without a personal? Fuck yeah. I never had a personal trainer. Matter of fact, I can say it now, I think, because we're all closed. Yeah, I can say it. I passed all the personal training licensure for every one of my personal trainers, almost every one of them. I would take the test and pass it. It was that easy. But I've been lifting since I've been in the 6th grade, so there's nothing you're going to teach me about weightlifting that I do not understand. Nothing. I have a state record. I was 49th strongest person in all the states in the USA Georgia Powerlifting Federation. There was one person stronger than me under 50. Then when we turned 50, they did away with the 205 weight class. I was like, you fuckers. So I couldn't get the national title at this time, and I'm too bored. I mean, I might go back in it and get the national one now if I trained a little bit and got up for it, but right now I'm just not feeling it, so I'm not doing it. Uh-oh, what do we got going on? I love playing blue lines for the win. Nice, Patrick. If you don't have the system, buy it. Don't delay. 1/4 of this year is over. Start now. It will pay off. Oh, thank you, Matt. I agree with Matt 100%. Let's see over here. Does anybody have any questions over all those little analogies I just gave you? Little Precious. Just loves my little woman. She's such a good person. Oh, God bless you, Patrick. I'll get back to him in a minute. All right. I own it, says Patrick Ridge. Oh, nice. I can't say much. I'm a Browns fan, says John. Just by this, never seen Kevin wrong except for rooting for the Cowboys. I know, right? Yeah, Cowboys suck ass. I make no delusion about it. Of course, I still think they're better than the Browns. Did the Browns spend all that money on that Watson quarterback? Wasn't he the one like freaking around with those massage therapists or something? Yeah, he's garbage. But they spent all that money on him. Is he even starting for them? I don't even, did he even, Dak sucks, but at least he can win regular season games and pile on stats when it doesn't matter. But I don't even know if Watson's even playing for him. He's not even playing. They spent all, wasn't that some of that guaranteed money, like 100 mil or something? Oh, he robbed them blind.
Yeah, he robbed Cleveland, and now we're screwed for years on $240 million.
That's how much he got?
$240 million, yes.
Oh, man, that hurts. I don't even wish that against the Browns. That's terrible. Oh, poor Browns. My sister still loves them, but your team's garbage when they can be illegally or however that was when they sold them or the owner, Art Modell, pulled the Ravens out. And then the Ravens won a Super Bowl before the Browns did again. You are just fucked. You are.
A weekly, monthly buy style.
Well, when that thing pops up, they're going to win 10 Super Bowls in a row because they are bad. This is a bad. If they're in a buy stop, I think they might be in a weekly, monthly, yearly sell that they're just not coming out of. Yeah, I don't think we're seeing an Uno reverse on them. Oh, my goodness. That is a shame, though. Cleveland, now I can't say much good about Cleveland. I grew up in Lorain. I told you, right outside of Cleveland. It's a western suburb. And Lorain is, well, was a steel town, mill town. And our population was swelled to like 50,000, go back down to like 20,000, 50,000, 10,000. And the truth is, John, you've been there long enough, but the Cuyahoga River actually did catch on fire in Cleveland from all the filth and shit they have in it. Cleveland's rough. I can't say anything good about it. I'm not going to rip it to pieces, but it's not my cup of tea. And I chose not to live in Cleveland, Ohio, and move the fuck out of there as far as I could. I want no part of it. And then again, Cleveland's got, whatever. And there's my family's up there. I'm seeing Mr. C. More time stepping into future trades. Shout out to Mr. C pushing the right way. Your post made a difference. Aw. Tender to the core, patience to the... Goroff is funny. Is he here this morning? Goroff is another very successful trader. He's bought his home and car and created a successful business through using the system. I don't think I can say it, but John's been doing extremely well with this system. We have Gary, who's retired from the system. All these people in your persistence doing very good now with the system. All these people in your VIP. So if you want to become consistently profitable, hang around other traders that are consistently profitable. That's not a genius statement. That's pretty basic. I am also Don't Cast Stones on TikTok. Been with you forever, 2 years. Loved when you would call you a time-traveling alien. Patrick, yeah. And no, I'm not going to crush TikTok. I have a feeling TikTok has been bought out by American entities. I don't even know who they are. I'm sure Mark Zuckerberg probably has something to do with that as a guess. But at any rate, and they're just going to get worse and worse. So TikTok had its glory days. I just think TikTok's going to be, and it's not just me. They ban, I only have a few thousand, depending on my account, but organically grown, I'm thinking about 15, 20,000 people following me on TikTok. But yeah, they're going to have major issues. They're pissing off a lot of their main people. They're not paying them. It's going to be a problem for them in the future, but I can give two fucks less. We're good. All right. No, TikTokers aren't here. YouTubers, any question before I go private? We're going to go straight private. And I'm not going to leave private until the last person asks a question, except Cedar Point. Yeah, that's true. Cedar Point is very good. Yeah, for the most part, very good. They got scary big-ass rides. I rode them all, though. Ugh. But yes, very, very good, actually. Always follow the rules. I love Goroff. All right, YouTubers, any questions before we go? Patrick O'Neill, any questions before we go? Grant, well, Grant's in the thing. We don't need him. All right. YouTubers, Facebookers, whatever all you people are called. Everyone have a